Hi, this is Tamara Dennis, and I am back with another YouTube video. And this one is all about finding some treasures in what other people are discarding or what you might find in your bargain bins at your local craft store. These I found at a craft warehouse in a town near where I am, in Vancouver, Washington, and they had them, they're 25 tags, and they had them for $1 originally. They were in the bargain bin for 25 cents. So 25 were in a package, so that made it 1 cent a piece, and I thought that was a pretty good deal. The other thing that they also had was some of these folk art paint, which I do like folk art. I think it's a great brand. It's nice and thick. Some of the other brands tend to be a little bit runnier, more fluid. These were a pearl that I'd gotten. This one is also a pearl and a brilliant color. And I fell in love with them. I thought they were really beautiful, and I just thought it would probably work perfectly for what I'm going to do. So I took the tags. I was not real fond of the design on these. They're pretty lightweight. They were made just to write a name on, discard them afterwards. So I thought two things. I needed a little bit more artistic expression on these than what they are, and also I wanted to be able to add a little bit of paint and probably some matte medium or some spray varnish to actually give them a little bit more durability. So the first thing that I did is I took the paint, put it into a little bowl, and like I said, there was 25, and I did all 25 of these at once, and I just used my hands. As you can tell, they're pretty messy, because we do want a pretty good thick coat on here, and just play. Don't worry about the colors. I mean, you want it messy. You want some texture, some dimension, and we don't want it to be too smooth. We want some actually the texture on there is what we're after, and that looks pretty darn good to me. So I'm going to set that one aside, let it dry, and I'll just do one more just for demonstration purposes. And again, just throw that paint on there. No rhyme or reason, get it down, because we are going to go over this with a couple other steps. So you're going to add a little bit more texture and dimension on top of this, so you're going to have more color and white going over the top. So again, and swirl it up a bit. I want a little bit more white over here. So that's what you're going for. Just do all 25, let them dry, and then you would be ready to do the next step, which I will go ahead and show you what I had done now. I have some StazOn in a brown. I have some Ranger Archival ink or a stamp pad in black, and then I have the Tim Holtz Distress ink in Broken China. I also have a couple of stamps. I really like this girl. It says follow your bliss on here. And then I always love a script stamp. I really like the look of script, especially for a background. So what we're going to do is go ahead and we will ink this up, and just no rhyme or reason, just throw it down and get some color on there, some texture. There we go. And this one, do the same thing. Ooh, that one turned out really dark. I'm going to just wipe that over there. And then this one, she's pretty cool. There we go. Okay, so we've got that down. And then the next step is to go ahead, I'm going to probably let these dry, and then the next step will be to put some stamps on there, and with some, probably some white is what I'll probably choose on here. So let me go ahead and stop this, and I'll be right back. That should be good enough. I also always have a piece of paper. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to actually use some sort of a stamp. And this is a hand-carved one that I have had for a long time. And this is actually, it's a Fiskars texture plate that, for more of an embossing. But I used it with my inks, and it turned out just fine. So I thought I would show you, throw some paint on. Whoops. Here. And then just go ahead and put it over the top and just press down. You have to pull them off. You can see the texture on there, and I really like those. So I thought that's another use for those plates, because I don't do as much scrapbooking as I used to. So now I have another use for those instead of using them to emboss my papers. So I think I might go ahead and use that one again on another one. And I'm sorry the camera keeps moving when I press on here on the table. Ooh, really like how that one turned out. We'll do another one. Picking up a little bit different color paints this time. And just slap it on there, and don't be too concerned, because we still have one more step after this. Cool. And now we're going to use this other one, this stamp of mine. And what I liked about this one is it didn't give us much texture on the whole ring, but it added some. I don't know if you can see that there. So it gives us a little bit of area to play with down in here too. Okay, so next step is taking Punchinella, or some people call it sequin waste, and we probably should have let this dry. In fact, I may dry these really quick. That should be good enough. I also always have a piece of paper. This is actually some watercolor paper to clean off some of your stamps and stuff. Okay, so now we're going to take the sequin waste and some paint, and we're just going to dab on. And what we're after is we're getting a little bit more texture, a little bit more dimension, a little bit of color. Ooh, I kind of like how that one turned out. So now we're almost done. We're going to dry this and spray it, and then if you want, you could put, I was thinking about even putting some wine saying, or, you know, cheers or Solancha, which is cheers in Ireland, but just some different sayings on there. So when you actually put these on a glass, if you wanted to reuse them, you're not having somebody's name on them. It was just another thought. For the price and how many I can do in, 10 minutes, I will probably just go ahead and leave them and put people's name on these. But you're just wanting to continue to layer a little bit more textures, a little bit more dimension, color. And I do like how that one turned out as well. So really we're done. We're going to dry these, and then I normally do put at least a spray coat, if not a brush on coat of varnish, or you can just put like a matte medium on there. And if you choose, then you can write on there like I did on here. And here was the one, the pink. These I also just threw some paint on the back, which I will probably go ahead and do on these, because otherwise they do look a little messy. But if you're just going to throw them out afterwards, it's up to you completely. And that should do it. I think, I'll dry them, but there won't be any change once I spray them. So hopefully you enjoy it. Hopefully you look at your bargain bins at your local craft stores and find something useful in there that you can also turn into a nice treasure. Thank you, and I hope to see you at the next time. Bye. I've taken the camera off the tripod, so if it's a little shaky, I apologize. I did want to just come back just to show you where we're at with these. I wanted to bring back the original one that we started with. And when you look at the difference, it's pretty amazing. And it didn't take much time to do these, nor did it take much in supplies. So again, these were, 25 of these for 25 cents. And then the paints that I had used, I had gotten at Craft Warehouse in Vancouver during their tent sale, 3 for $1. So all in all, this was a relatively inexpensive project. I did do some other ones that I did off camera, and I really kind of like how some of these other stamps, rubber stamps I used, such as this. To me, it has sort of a really nice cherry blossom look to it. It was done using the Tim Holtz, and I don't have information on this. If you need, send me an email. I can look this up maybe and find a product number off of it. But it's a really cool stamp, and it was not on a block or anything, and I really like it. I thought it turned out pretty cool. So I just thought I'd come back and just give you a quick little tour of the different colors, and also some of the different you know, stamp pads that I used. And this is on a glass, and what a nice way to even have water glasses on your table during the holidays. Put a name on it if you want, or leave them without. I just think it really adds some color to your table or your table setting. And of course, you know, you can put names on them if you're doing wine glasses. But I'm hoping that you enjoyed it, and I just thought I'd run back through and show you, and all of these were done so quickly, and I think that's what's important, is to remember just to play and have fun, and don't be too concerned about every little step that you take. These had the pearlescence on them, and I think they turned out really cool. I just love the colors. Some of these I did pick up a little bit more of that brilliant pink on them. These were all the same colors, just varying degrees of hues of those colors. So thank you for joining me, and I will see you during my next YouTube.